What's up, everybody watching? We are back with another gameplay playthrough, and in today's playthrough I'm going to be starting the new game Nightingale that was released on Steam February 20th, 2024 for $26.99 in the early access phases. This game caught my attention with trailers back at Gamescom 2023, which we'll be taking a look at in these videos so we can get an idea of what the game is about prior to us starting it. The theme of the game that I have so far is it's set in the Feywilds realm. It is open world crafting survival. It is visually stunning, and I am looking forward to seeing more to see how this compares against other open world crafting survival games that recently came out. It is going to have its work cut out for it with Palworld, but being that I've been paying close attention to this game since Gamescom, I definitely would like to give this a try and see what the game is about. Let's take a look at the overview trailers and the initial Gamescom announcement trailer so everybody else can get an idea for what this game is about before we start the playthrough out at the very beginning. Jumping right on over to the Gamescom 2023 release date trailer. Take a look at this.
Awaken your first portal and tread on towards that which is boundless, beyond the measurable. Sequestered, struck by woe and lacking supplies, the question becomes, wilt thou be a survivor?
The graphics catch your attention right away. That's what draws me into a game. Let me know if that's what would draw you into a game.
Regardless of which portal variety you favor, realm cards will be necessary.
Has a unique feel to it too, watching the trailer. Definitely looks impressive to me.
Can fly. Let my words steer your steps.
We're gonna go right on over to the overview trailer so you can all see the gameplay as well. Here we go.
Welcome to Nightingale, an open-world survival crafting game set in the magical Fey realms. After Earth is struck by catastrophic events, you find yourself lost in a world of enchantment and wonder, armed only with your wits. Your goal is to become a skilled realm walker, and through determination and tenacity, forge a life across the arcane and deadly realms. Starting with
realms look
creation,
so well
you'll be
done.
able to customize your realm walker to your liking, while also choosing the difficulty of your early gameplay experience.
We made it.
The character
I bid you
customization
welcome
was
to
solid
the
from what I've seen
Feywilds.
so far, and they'll be
Stepping
adding
into the
to it
realms,
as well.
You'll find them rich with resources and discoveries. But knowing what to gather and how to utilize it is key. The need for safety and security will become paramount. A basic shelter is just the beginning. A refuge from the elements in which to rest, cook, and find moments of peace from the dangers of the Feywilds. While your first buildings will be driven by safety and utility, over time you'll build and expand cozy estates, gardens, and fortresses. You can choose from several structural designs, including Tudor, pagoda, stave, and more. Design your space to reflect your journey, from a rugged outpost to an industrious workshop to a luxurious manor. As you progress, your strategies and designs will transform your humble abode into a place of respite and a workshop that will become the heart of your journey. Crafting in Nightingale goes beyond basic survival gear. enabling you to create specialized items and equipment tailored to your playstyle and activities. The parametric crafting system means that the choice of materials is crucial. Rarer resources not only enhance the overall gear score, but each material itself also imparts specific stats that are tailored to your needs. For example, utilizing harpy meat, leather and bones in your food, gear and weapons bestows extra speed and stealth bonuses. This is beneficial for those who specialize in stealth attacks or need an agility boost while navigating the realms. Upon crafting each piece of gear or weapon, you have several options to add enchantments, infusions, and charms. Enchantments can imbue your weapons with extraordinary spellcasting powers, such as the ability to execute area of effect attacks with ground slams, or even regrow forests. Charms and infusions, meanwhile, offer more passive benefits. When sewn into your gear, they enhance various aspects of your abilities, like boosting your efficiency in harvesting. As your gear score increases, you gain the capacity to face deadlier adversaries, unlocking access to even rarer rewards and resources. Adaptability is key in Nightingale's combat.
As
Quickly
we have
switching
learned
gear
in
lets
open
you
world
effectively
surviving
respond to
games.
diverse scenarios. Glide into a danger zone with your umbrella, then seamlessly transition to a two-handed weapon for powerful strikes. Block and shove to create opportunities for counterattacks. When distance is needed, a swift switch to a pistol allows for a quick retreat, enabling longer range damage. As you enchant your weapons with freshly acquired spells, you'll discover new ways to control the encounters you face. Flaming weapons to inflict a substantial damage bonus. Bramble walls for defense against hordes of enemies. And of course, healing.
Even I'm picking up some tips
If
one
you're
last
feeling
time before
overrun,
we jump into the
take to the skies
gameplay.
for a chance to regroup. At the heart of Nightingale's open world experience,
This is
are
something
realm
new that I
cards,
want to pay
the
attention to.
keys to the Fey realms. Whether you're fully equipped and in search of rare resources beyond your starting realm, or you're ready to pursue a realm-spanning quest, it's time to delve into new worlds using realm cards you've discovered or crafted. With 3 types of cards, Biome, Major, and Minor, you can tailor realms to your liking. Biome cards, such as Forest, Desert, and Swamp, set your realm's environment. Paired with one of the major cards, such as Herbarium, Gloom, or Hunt, to define the realm's theme, creatures, encounters, and merchants.
That's an interesting
Minor cards
concept to me.
provide additional customization, enabling you to influence various aspects of the game. These include enhancing player stats, such as increasing strength and carrying capacity, improving item rewards like the loot found in chests, altering weather and skies, boosting resource yields and garden growth speeds, and even manipulating gravity. Use them at realmic transmuters to magically alter the realm you are in. The combination of all 3 together creates endless variations. As an example, the Hunt Swamp card combination offers a greater challenge as creatures become more aggressive and territorial. This is
Which
also
I imagine
one of the
would
few
give you
places
better items
where you
later
will
on in the
encounter
game.
a formidable Humberbar. By using the Anomaly Minor card while in the Hunt Swamp, you will be granted unparalleled movement, allowing you to leap effortlessly across the realm and offering a new way to approach taken on Humberbar from above. In some realm combinations, you'll discover
We
characters
certainly
such
like
as
our
Victor
card games
Frankenstein
on this
and
channel,
Nellie
so
Bly,
why not learn
who not
another
only
one?
add narrative layers, but also guide you on critical missions. All realm cards can be obtained in-game, either crafted by players or found during their explorations. Throughout early access, we will continuously add more varieties of each card type, ensuring an ever-expanding universe of possibilities and discoveries. In the vastness of Nightingale, getting a helping hand can be incredibly important. Whether you're playing solo or with friends, everyone can recruit a helper, a sidekick who will fight alongside you, revive you when you fall in battle, harvest resources, and assist in building your estate. As you level up your gear, Make sure you're doing the same for your helper. The more powerful they are, the more effective they will be. And for those that want to play with others, form parties of up to 6 players to journey together into the unknown. Trade resources with other realm walkers, or collaborate to build massive communal estates. Once you reach the late game, you'll reach the Watch, a distant haven and Nightingale's social hub. Here, players can meet, plan adventures, pick up quests, or jump into challenging dungeons designed for group play.
Gotta soak it in.
As February 20th approaches, the world of Nightingale awaits you. Shape your journey and take your place in a world brimming with magic and mystery. Join us in the Fey realms and become the realm walker you are destined to be.
Save yourself. Survive the realms. And rebuild all that has been lost.
Now that we've had some time to sit back and take a look at the announcement trailer from Gamescom 2023 and take a brief look at the overview trailer to show you what kind of gameplay adventure we are about to embark on, leave your thoughts for what you're thinking of Nightingale. I do want to give this a try. I want to see if it lives up to the expectations. There's only one way to find out. That's by jumping into the gameplay. Like I said, it's going to have its work cut out for it, with Palworld recently coming out as the open world survival game king at the moment. But let's see if it can compare, and if this is something I think will stick around for a long period of time, or a game that will fade into the distance. We will find out as we jump over to our character select screen to make our character to begin our new adventure. Let's do this. We begin our adventure into the Feywilds with our character customization screen. This is one of the most important things in gaming, as it is how we see our character throughout our adventure. We're going to start out with our basics over here. We select a body type. We have body type A, which is a male, body type B, which is a female. There is a various number of selections for facial choices, and you will also be able to customize the selection you make here later on in the character selection screen. I'm going through a few of them so everybody can see what you're working with at the very beginning. That would be all of our choices. I'm going to go back up to my first selection right here. I will go down to age. We'll keep it at age 41. And we'll go with voice number 2. Now this is where it gets interesting in this game. It says story, and you'll be able to select a specific role going forward, where you can be an academic, a statesperson, a tradesperson, a hermit, an officer, a ne'er-do-well, which is basically an outlaw, a vagrant. With the variety of different choices, it can be difficult to choose which one you want to play going through. I'm assuming each one does something different throughout the course of the game. I think I'm going to play my first round as a statesman. That one just stuck out to me, and I'm going to go with it. Going with my first choice, going with my gut. We'll go that route. A statesman, a regent born into wealth and a lineage of political power. You wanted for naught days spent debating the workings of your fine city, followed by nights of lavish parties and extravagant dinners. It sounds pretty solid. What else do the other roles do? Let's just take a look. An academic, a learned scholar well versed in the physical sciences and humanities. Your time was spent among the grand libraries and lecture halls of your local university, conducting lengthy research studies in your field. Tradesperson, a skilled and practical jack of all trades, you spent most of your days laboring, living a modest but fulfilling life. With tool in hand and food on your table, you needed nothing more. Hermit, a reclusive eccentric choosing the lonesome wilderness over the bustling city. You worked the land, foregoing the comforts of modern life as well as the social decorum in favor of total self-sufficiency. I mean, it does have an appeal, I'm not gonna lie, to be a hermit. An officer sounds like another one that I might want to try. A military officer accustomed to both rough living in the field and cavorting with the Regency. Having joined the armed forces at a young age, You are intimately familiar with loss, destruction, and humanity's capacity for horror. An officer would be an interesting story to go, but being that I said earlier, we're going to go with the statesman, I'm going to go with my gut, and we're going to play it through that way. Never do well. A petty criminal with a few prospects in life, often on the wrong side of the law. You long enjoyed the thrill of mischief, stealing, swindling, and eschewing propriety in favor of life's vices. Vagrant, destitute, and regulated to the streets or worse. The workhouse, your lot in life has been begging, scrounging, and long stints of torturous manual labor under the cruel watch of the Guardian. Those would be our choices for the roles we could play throughout the story. Let me know in the comment section which you would have chosen as your role to play through this story. We're going with the statesman. Now, this is where it also gets interesting. You can choose your lineage. Basically, your mother, your father, your grandparents, and your great-grandparents on both sides of your family going forward. I'm not sure how much this impacts the course of the game, but I do know it impacts the way you can customize your character. So, based on the inheritance. I originally saw this when I was going through the game for the first time and thought inheritance had something to do with money. It's the features you inherit through your lineage. So that is really interesting. We'll go ahead and quickly pick some parents here. There's a mother. Father. I really wouldn't want to get on with the gameplay adventure, so I'm not spending an outrageous amount of time choosing my lineage. There's a father, pick a mother. Don't have her. Looks different enough, right? Good enough. It doesn't appear you can customize the way your lineage looks. Grandparent number 7. Unless I'm missing something. Don't want to pick the same one twice, right? Whoops. Grandparent number 2. We have that one. Now we get on to the inheritance part that I was discussing. See how we have our relatives here, and as we move this, it will adjust our facial features based on our inheritance, our parents, our grandparents. Interesting, something I don't remember seeing in too many games, and we're going to leave it in the center. And I'm going to go down to step 2 where you can customize your own character. Keep it that way. We'll try to keep it simple, because I want to get on with the game. Coming soon, you will have tattoos, scars, skin we can keep the same for now, hair, eye color, detail, eye shape. You could spend a while on customization alone. Shape of your mouth, makeup. Let's customize our character and then jump into the realm. Our hairstyles are over here. Let's see what variants we have and pick one going forward. Possible choice right here. I don't know if you'll be able to change this throughout the course of the game. That's not something I've heard so far, but I hope they do put a customization option where you can change the way your character looks, such as the barber shop in World of Warcraft. I like things like that throughout the course of the game as you play, as much as I do at the startup screen. Did you ever think they'd have a metal teeth option for your character? Decay. Crookedness. All this just adds extra layers to the customization. I do like it, we're going to keep straight teeth as we go forward. So many makeup options, I feel like I'm going to be running a beauty channel if I sit here and go over all of them. So we're going to leave this as is, and go ahead and finalize the customization so we can jump into the gameplay. But I am impressed with what I'm seeing so far with customization. You let me know your thoughts in the comment section for what you think of the customization options for Nightingale so far. I think we've gotten to the point where we can finalize our character now. We just have to choose our difficulty, and we have to choose our realm power. I'm going to stick with a medium difficulty and a medium realm power going forward so we can experience the gameplay for the first go around and not have to be frustrated by a more difficult We finally hit the point where I think we're ready to finalize our character and jump into the Fey realms. Now we just have gotten to the difficulty part of the game, and for realm power, I'm going to keep it on medium. Realm power, this represents the difficulty of your starting realm. Each realm you visit afterwards will be different. The higher the realm power, the more challenging the realm. The experience is catered towards players who have a little bit of survival experience with the survival crafting genre, but still want a softer onboarding experience. I like to start out with a softer onboarding experience when we are doing a gameplay playthrough, so that is why we will leave it on medium. We go over to equip. This is a starting loadout, medium. Heedful refugee statesperson. As an influential state person, it has always been your duty to stay informed about global events. When the Paris Transept was unveiled, you debated its impact on your local economy, fretting over the commercial losses. Then, as the Pale began to spread, it became clear that you had much greater worries. You prepared yourself and your city for the urgent evacuations as best you could, fleeing alongside your citizens. We will stick to that medium difficulty, and now we will finalize. Our character name, you already know, FRoZeNShAdY, enters the Feywilds.
Before time itself, the realms have existed. Born of curiosity, we opened the first gateway to our endless Feywilds.
Let the games begin.
The Fey have long since aided man in harnessing that which we live and breathe. Magic. Tolerance was known until your grasp extended reach. Greed, in the face of power, saw your world caught in ruin. And out flowed the Pale, swallowing all in its path. Some fled its ever-spreading tongue, seeking refuge in Nightingale, only to be severed from assistance as the pathway between realms collapsed. But perhaps not all is lost. For Nightingale still stands, pushing forward towards progress and enlightenment, humanity's final beacon. Your path thither is winding and full of terror's nascent realm walker. Wilt thou succumb to fey lands beyond thy wit? Or wilt thou endure, find the way homeward and rebuild anew?
Let's continue and start our journey. Alright, let's see what the gameplay is really about.
Let my words steer your steps.
Feels pretty good in the beginning. WASDF is walk, spacebar jump.
Whither wander you, lost in our Feywilds?
So basically what I got from the introduction cinematic is the Fae gifted the humans magic, and if we overstep,
Human.
they take it away from us. What does the F key do? Okay. And that's defense.
Quickly, before those bound fiends sniff out your despair. Shadows abound, yet like a fire's final embers, you refuse to be snuffed out. I come with an offer to guide you to a safer realm, and rebuke death, unlike so many of your kin. Take these bloodstained cards, play them, and let amiable bond be drawn between Fae and fleshling. Give me your hands, that we may be friends, and I shall restore amends. Homosit inconul ome. Hurry yonder, toward portal and apparatus, so you, fair child of Earth, might abscond this nightmare. Travel to the forest byway swiftly. Across the divide a greater gift awaits. Partnerships with we Fae afford many one.
This would give us his hand. Is this where we put our cards? Open a realm card machine. So the biome would go here, and the major would go here. That seems pretty self-explanatory. Let's open the portal and head to our first realm.
Fly, Realm Walker. The fiends have caught your
There is a good bit of loading time in between preparing the realms from other games. That's what I noticed right off the bat here. Continue the journey, forest, byway, realm. Yeah, continue right in. Okay. How do we pick things up? The F key. Collect is the E key. Seems like you can grab pretty much anything. Locate Puck is the first thing we have to do. I think I'm going to want to collect berries, so I at least have something to eat. Really don't want berries in my hand. So we're definitely going to need them to replenish hunger as we go. Where would Puck be now? So the deer don't hit you as they go by. Nothing to collect here. Have our map up top. I'm just checking around the world, getting the first glance of everything. The graphics are extremely nice. That's the first thing you're going to notice, or at least the first thing I've noticed playing this so far. I'm really hoping the gameplay lives up to the graphics. Then we might have something good on our hands, but we're going to have to play a little bit into it to find out. Is this where we came from, or just a whole new portal? Maybe we did make our way back to the start. I don't know. We'll see. What happens? We open the realm card machine. We have no playable cards, so it leaves us in this realm. And right here is Puck.
Count thyself among the fortunate few who manage to flee the Pale's noxious proliferation. Nightingale still stands, but Earth teeters on the brink, and these wilds are far from hospitable. Sequestered so and struck by woe begs the question, will the gift I promised should aid thy cause? A hermetic guidebook and pocket watch, purloined off the corpse of a realm walker. Keep these like close companions. With the man-made network sundered, entrust me to find the trail forward through these byway realms. In the interim, I hear your stomach snarling. Take reprieve from misery, and gorge yourself with a feast fit for a fleshling. Preserve yourself, and I shall return anon. Oh, under this mask, you wonder. I am Puck. Robin to some, Oberon's merry wanderer of the night, the last furtive fae to grace your kind.
Okay, so we can switch by using the top key, so we're not eating all of our berries right away. Gather what you can. In the environment, build a campfire, acquire rocks, sticks, and raw berries. We're already on it with the berries. How do we acquire the wood? Does it work this way in this game? I remember punching the trees in Pal World. Ended up giving me lumber, so why not give it a try here? We can collect them right here, but I imagine collecting rocks on the... or lumber and rocks on the beach would be a little more realistic. That could be how we do it. We're starving. So all we have to do is acquire the berries now. We're over what we need with sticks and rocks. Give me some berries. The deer ate them all? Cook a campfire, build a meal. Where do we want to set up our first campfire? I think I'm going to go towards the beach a little bit. This looks like a decent spot, actually. Yeah. We can do it. We're going to do it right here. Campfire. We have the rocks. Place. Start out right here. How do we build it? How do we build it? LD for more options. Add resource from inventory. Auto. Add resource. Deconstruct. Copy. Move. I don't want to do any of that stuff. I just simply would like to build it. What was that? Different from Pal World. Different controls, learning them as we go. How to cook campfire. Structures like the campfire can be used to cook or refine craft items. That was a little weird. Workbenches and other stations in Nightingale have multiple interaction points. Interact with the fire pit area of the campfire to manage fuel and flame. Press E to act. We don't want to do that. How to cook after igniting. Interact. Select your recipe and ingredients and press craft to cook. That was pretty basic. E is the key we have to use to build. So we select our berries. That would be number 6, right? Getting a feel for this early. Raw berries, 0 of 5. So I need 0. Let's see. I'm hoping the controls are a little smoother as I play on, and right now it's just rust from playing the game and being new at it. We'll see. Anytime you play a new game, you have to get used to the controls. That pretty much goes without saying, but hope it's not as tedious as it felt right from the door. Still very early, though. Head back the direction towards our campfire and go cook some berries. I mean, I'm real good at this. I became a pro at cooking berries in Pal World, so I'm lucky I'm able to bring my skills over to a new game just like this. Raw berries, autofill. Yeah, okay, good. Autofill F, it makes it easier. Our craft, right? Manage fuel. Ah, okay. Just ignite it. Okay. So all we do now is wait for our roasted berries. This must be lit in order to craft. I'm gonna take a wild guess. We needed the wood. Manage fuel. That would be the wood, I would guess, and we ignite that. believe it is working. We have to give our berries a little time to cook, so I'm going to go collect some more materials for the time being. That's the only thing we currently can build, it looks like. No workbench or anything like that, unless I'm missing something. Nothing to autofill. Ingredient slots. Playing chef early on. We still have a little bit of a learning curve going here with the crafting system, so now all we have to do is eat the roasted berries. So we'll go to 7. And locate Puck. So now that we've successfully built a campfire, baked some berries, and Puck just appeared, why do we have to locate him when he is just waiting there for us at every twist and turn? Let's see what we have to do now.
Staving off starvation. From the lingering scent, your meal was no summer court banquet, but at least you persist. We must carry forth whilst this byway is aligned with another, one which should get us closer to necessities we'll both require. The portal stands nearby. Delay not, for the withering sands await.
So we're going to head directly to the desert, locate this realm's portal, and venture to the desert realm. We're going to jump around real quick. Looks like a statues or effigies. I want to collect things as I go, but I don't want to weigh myself down since I do know that'll probably be something that ends up happening in the future. Realm cards. So that was it. We use our biome here, our major here, and this will take us to the desert. Open portal. We might quickly be heading to a desert. The portals look amazing. Like traveling through a black hole. Desert biome, continue journey. Okay, so we have made it to the desert. Do we build our campfire right here? I guess Puck will be instructing us. I hope this is just a tutorial aspect of the game. I want to venture more. I want to learn the fighting system.
Summer runs through my being as blood runs through yours. Yet I've seen that dew men call sweat flow like rivers in our deserts. This heat devours spirit and life alike. Howbeit, enduring the elements is part of the Realm Walker's folly. Pleasure sought through vanquishing hostility. Whether this pleases or not, without shelter and the means to defend it, you'll not last long. Best to test your nesting prowess and avoid exhaustion, while I scour for the next byway.
So basically, he's out there searching for new realms for us, and we're learning how to survive. I guess this is a tutorial, or as much of a tutorial as we're going to get in this game. Now just build a tent. Okay. Pretty basic. So after our first round, we'll put that... Does it really matter, I guess, at this point? Build a stick tent right there. I do want to auto-add the resources, but I don't have them. Okay, so it's getting easier as we go. I have to collect the resources to build the tent. I guess I could deconstruct it if necessary. So sticks and stones is what we need. And plant fiber. So we have to stay in the shade not to overheat in the desert. Okay, that added a realistic touch to it really quickly. Okay, this looks like it can get dangerous quick. I don't want to start engaging in combat at the moment. Okay, grab our sticks and get out of there. We're out of berries, too. I probably should have picked up more berries in the forest. That looks like something we'll need. There's some shade right there. How much do we need before we have a tent? That looks like a place we might want to head. More solid structure. I have no idea what's inside, but let's find out. Maybe we can set up shop over there. Get in the shade so we don't overheat. I'm not sure if those are friendly. Maybe go over here. Checking how close we are to building a tent. Can you place one here? I don't think this is going to be anywhere near a permanent base. Need an auto. So we still need the damn plant fiber. And whenever I do that, I lose the materials. I guess it automatically places it onto what I'm building, which I guess could be good in the long term of things, because that would be less weight that you carry. But if you go to build something in another place, you don't have the materials. Ups and downs for everything. Well, this is something new. Hope's Echo, the veil between us, November 25th, 1889. Sam Boogan boats depart daily now. Bales filling the harbor. Evacuations are underway, with some seeking refuge in other cities. Distant Nightingale draws others, with rumors of mechanisms that repel the pale. The journey is long and arduous through. All the while, Sita keeps me on the shore, watching as the ships sail into the unknown. I long to see her smile again, the lopsided grin, when she brings me a new discovery. The way her hand cradles each relic, her excited retellings. She is always so alive, so vibrant upon her return. I would give anything to have her by my side again. Wanted to read the whole thing to make sure I didn't miss anything, because that is the very first time we've seen that. I desperately need to get my tent together. I'm gonna go in the woods, because I imagine shade would be there, at least. I'm just grabbing anything, because I have no idea what We don't have the plant fibers. Where do we find plant fiber? Crude plant fiber. Okay, I thought we picked that up. Let's see. What is it? 5 of 6. Okay, I need one more plant fiber. Marigold. Sticks. Crude. I think we have the plant fiber. Now we can get over there and build ourselves our stick tent. Take a nap. I still don't know if those are trustworthy. Where do we want to go and build it? That looks like our next portal getaway, so I'm gonna build it around here. Place. We're having an issue with the tent. We're having an issue with building a tent. Why? Give us our proper materials. Actually, I guess we did it. Doesn't look too bad. This isn't our shelter. Build a shelter bedroll. Ah, okay, now we have to build a bed. Rest buffs increase as the comfort level of your bed increases. Amenities such as light, heat, and furniture increases comfort level. High comfort levels add the varying levels of bonuses to your health and stamina regeneration. That's interesting how the light, heat, and furniture increases the comfort level. Resting requires a minimum comfort level. Building the bedroll under the shelter meets necessary requirements. Seems pretty self-explanatory. Press E to interact. We do want to take a nap. Short rest. And now this gives us the opportunity to make our other items. A wood axe, mining pick, hunting knife, sickle, and torch. So now we're getting to the good stuff. Clean up the area. And start building. Basics and repairs, survival. Where are the other things we need to build? Use your guidebook. That's what we're doing. At least that's what I thought we were doing. Place knows survival. Crafting. Okay. Makeshift hunting knife. I'm gonna start out with the axe. So it's just like that. You don't build a workbench or anything like that. Hunting knife, craft. Interesting. And a torch. So we were... That's interesting how... Hello, Puck. I thought you'd have to build a workbench or something like that to craft your items, but they instantly craft with the materials if you have them. I'm not sure if that's good or not.
Great citadels resulted from decades of toil. Still,
a time saver for sure.
My skull that Earth's great citadels resulted from decades of toil. Still, you'll need better woodworking skills than that when we reach our destination proper. It affords the perfect setting for... well, we shan't ruin the surprise. Let us depart, and speak of your ill-favored constructs no more. One final byway of muck and mire, then this path of beginnings shall fork unbounded into whatever endings you seek.
See how the combat is a little bit. Oh, okay, you can hold one in each hand. I would like the knight. Now we can jump back and forth. It's getting better. Not enough stamina. Can we attack? Do I want to find out? Let's see how the combat is. You can. Not bad. I don't think I want to push it and fight anymore. Let's go to the next level. But so far, I'm enjoying the game. Getting used to it is definitely part of any game, and the more I get used to it, the more I'm enjoying it, which is a good sign. Release Hope's Echo. I think we read that. We're not going to read through these again. I would like to get to the next portion. I would like to get some more berries. Realm cards. I think we're good here. Now, biome. Major to the next realm. Enjoyable so far. Definitely an enjoyable game so far. Through our portal to our next realm. So that's 3 realms it looks like we're going to head to in a very short period of time with the gameplay. I imagine throughout the game we're going to be jumping back and forth through these realms. We will see. A swamp realm. Play this card. Okay. Learning the card system is going to be key too, I think.
If not for Astaroth's decree, this trek would have been as easy as peach pie. We Fae are forbidden from consorting with your kind. And while my amity is yours, it behooves us both to move with caution. But enough prattle. The bound guard Fae archways that align with temporal realms. As they're already acquainted with your despair, those fiends will emerge when you try to leave this final byway. While I know man's impulse is to flee, without pluck, you're sure to expire. Prepare yourself, Realm Walker. Once this fen is within our wake, a fine morsel of knowledge I shall bequeath. Ahead lie relics of humanity's future.
So we're going to be learning our combat system right here. Okay, good. So it looks like they're going through the realms once in the beginning, or one of the first 3 realms is just going to be a tutorial aspect. The more I play, the more I do want more of this game, which is a good sign. Wait, what do we have to collect? Bones tier 1, hide tier 1, so we have to hunt in... That looks like what we have to hunt. What is that? A dinosaur kangaroo? Alright. Build up our stamina and go. look like we're gonna survive the battle. Better pull back. There's gotta be a way to heal. That would be setting up our campfire and getting our berries, wouldn't it? I think we're gonna switch it up. This looks like it might be better for what we're trying to do. That seems to work a little bit better than our knife. We'll use this going forward. Gotta watch with the stamina. So we didn't gather anything from that? That won't start a fire. Will it? What the? Okay. Let's see how this works as a weapon. We need to take this out quick. I need a way to replenish my health. It seems to replenish on its own, which isn't something I expected, and more rapidly than I would expect is a good way of putting it. So you can switch. Where do we locate these hides? I see, okay. Wait, I think we have to skin. Do we? That's what we're doing wrong. We have to eliminate these targets and then skin them, it looks like. There we go. Okay, now we have some direction. Keeping it interesting early, I like it. I keep picking up all these items and I haven't been weighed down, so maybe there isn't... Oof. Blindside me like that. Something out of a horror movie. What's about to happen to him is something out of a horror movie too after that jump, and it's part of the mission. What are you gonna do? Nothing? Ah, hidden in... Perfect. One more, one more. Assume that's how we get our meat for cooking as well. Always hopping before I skin. Hides. Is that something we can pick up? One thing I'm noticing as I play this is it's more difficult to pick up items than in other games. You have to specifically be like right on top of it. Which is something that I think they could fix. Remember, we are still in early access for this game. So you will see little things like that as you play through it. I have to find one more enemy to take care of and acquire some bones. Perfect. Right here. Wanted to see if I could jump in. Okay, so holding... There's our defense, in case they jump at us. Make sure we get both of them. See, I've repeatedly pressed E at this point. I should have been able to pick that up, at least in my opinion, a little bit faster. Or a little bit easier. If that makes sense. There's our bones. Perfect. We have everything now. Makeshift caplet. Okay. A makeshift caplet. Where will we go do that? Prepare for the coming fight. So we craft, makeshift caplet, craft. And that's it. Healing slave and acquire roasted meat. So where do we acquire this? Acquire healing salve, acquire roasted meat. So roasted meat, I would guess you'd have to cook yourself. Got a few of them over here. One thing I've noticed so far is there's no character leveling up at this point. It seems like it's going to be more gear-based. I'm not sure if I like that. I hope there is a leveling up system, and this is just part of the tutorial that hasn't been added yet. Ups and downs so far. But definitely a game that has my interest. I had a feeling I was being hunted. Come here. cute like that with me. But where do we acquire this? Try something out here. The autofills. Okay, crafted. No time in between crafting, I'm noticing. So it's basically all cooking. Autofill. Manage fuel, which would take us over here. We want to put some sticks. We ignite. And I believe we are making some healing salve right now. Roasted meat. Probably the same concept. Whoa, whoa, whoa! Revived? That came out of nowhere. Who's gonna revive me? No, I don't want to give up. Well, I guess we're gonna learn everything in the tutorial, including what it's like to be unalived. I guess if I had a player with me, they could have picked me up there, which is interesting. It makes this look a little more geared towards multiplayer, which isn't a complaint. There's our chest full of all these lovely items. Let's take all the items and get back to work after we were so rudely interrupted. No, I don't want to extinguish the fire. We need to make things. Autofill. Manage fuel. Ignite the fire. It's going to take 10 minutes and 38 seconds, I believe, to get our healing salve. Then, after that, we're going to have to make some meat. Can we add it in? Manage. No, we don't want to extinguish. Nope. That's not what we're looking for. We want to autofill, and we want to cook some meat. So the good thing is you can do both of them at once. Now it's just waiting it out and collecting the materials, and it sounds like we're going to have a volunteer to occupy us as we wait out our materials. You didn't occupy us for long. Give me all these materials. We're going to need this later. The more I go, the more I collect, the more I wonder if there's a weight limit to which you can carry, which I kind of hope there is, because that would add a nice extra element to the game. Or is this one just entirely different? My first real open world experience with a survival game has been Pal World, so I got very used to those controls, how that game plays. This is the second one I'm playing in a very close time period. I'm noticing different controls and different mechanics, which isn't bad, but learning them is going to be something that takes a little bit of time, and we will see which one holds up better as time goes on. You don't really know how good a game is until you play, I would say, a solid 10 hours into it. Especially through the tutorials. Too early to tell. Certainly a lot of fun. In the beginning. I want to go figure out what this is, too. The combat system so far seems pretty fun. We have to see what they add to it as time goes on. That's what's gonna make it really interesting. Because like a Pal World style game, you're gonna receive multiple different pew-pews, weapons, and items in combat. Right now we're still working with the basics, which I think is something that determines the fun of a game as you play through it late game. I kind of expected it to start out similar early on. We'll have to see once we get building and what we can build, how it holds up. Quickly set up a tent. Hopefully have some shelter. Make ourselves a bed. We will also take a short rest. It looks like we're going to need the stamina. So while we wait for our meat to finish, I'm going to go in our inventory and see how we can get essence dust. I'll click on a bone, extract. That's pretty basic, but they should have a way of telling you that. This is kind of just based off a guess. So I right-click my item, and I simply extract it, and that's it. And every single item, 57 essence dust. So based on the item, 75 essence dust. It determines how much you get. Okay, did we pick up enough essence dust? More than enough. Use the essence dust to restore any worn tools or clothing in your inventory. So, do we have anything worn out? Right click, repair. So it seems like we repaired all of our items and it was more basic. Return to Puck. Where is Puck? I mean, we don't often return to Puck. Puck often appears in front of us. That's what I'm used to here. I hear that magic in the background. There is Puck. So, it seems like once you get the controls down, it can flow smoother. This feels like a tutorial the whole way through, so the only way to find that out is going to be once we get into the actual portions of the game.
A necessity.
And see how it flows going forward.
A vice. One imbibed by men like dandelion wine. Now, I've led you about around. Through bog, through bush, through brake, through briar. And forthwith, a temporal realm of abeyance awaits. And so too, Nightingale. First you must oblige your inner essence, and choose the landscape that beckons. Ah, no need for words. Only
thought. So this is going to determine where we start. Imagine a forest, a desert, or a swamp. Now this is what I like. Big decisions as we go forward. I kind of feel like I would like to start out in the forest.
The mystery of the Holt. Play your cards, but beware. The bound will storm once the archway rouses. Crack their pitiable little skulls. Show no mercy.
Venture into our new realm. A lot of venturing around early in this game. Now, how do we head back there? Our portal is this direction. So let's head to our portal and venture into the Abience realm. Make sure we're heading the right direction. So far, the controls seem a little bit clunky, but that also could be because I'm just learning them as I go. I want to see if it starts to flow more as the game goes on, because it has a very different feel from the limited experience I have in open world crafting survival games. Palworld was really the first one that I dove into deeply, and I continue to play as I go. So I was expecting the controls to be similar to something like that, and they came out being very different. Whether that's good or bad, only time will tell as I play through the game. The idea that things build relatively instantly from what I've seen so far, or there's no hammering or no workbench, is kind of interesting, but we'll see if that works with this style of game. The graphics are amazing, the world looks great so far, and I definitely want to continue playing to see more about how this game is going to turn out, especially since it's in early access. It's a lot of fun so far. Getting the controls down is going to be key to me enjoying the gaming experience as I go forward, it looks like. Looks like we're almost there. Once we get there, it appears we will have to defend ourselves, so it's best to be prepared. My trusty club over here that we're going to use. Yeah, this looks like the place to be. Let's get rid of the garbage before we get on with the main event. Pick up our materials. Now let's play with the portals. Release Hope Echo. And now, oh, there's another one that wants to jump in before we play with our portal. I want to play cards. Alright, open realms with a card machine. Biome. Major. Let's get ready for a fight.
Remain vigilant while the realms align.
We have some new enemies to engage with. Stay back and keep the stamina. Gotta rebuild that before the next wave. Pick up bristle, pick up bristle, pick up bristle. Maybe I can get a jump on them up here. That's no good. Item is breaking. Takes one of them down. No, we need the club. We need the club. Definitely the most effective. Switch over to the knife to finish him. Can you repair? Not in the middle of a repair all. Can you really? In the middle of a battle you can repair. Okay. That makes things a lot easier. I didn't expect to be able to do that. I thought I'd be switching more between items if I ran out of stamina on the item. Finish you off. Pick up some of the items. You never know what you're gonna need in an open world survival game. So it looks like we have successfully fought off what we needed to in order to head to the forest. I do want the items. See what I mean where I said earlier? There's like a delay in between picking up the items, which is something that needs to get fixed. That, so far, seems to be my biggest complaint of this game so far. Let's head into the portal and see where our adventure takes us.
Your path forward is winding and full of terrors. Save yourself. Survive the realms. And rebuild all that has been lost.
So that looks like it was our introduction into the game, and it looks like we are about to get into the meat and potatoes. At least I'm hoping. Abian's Forest Realm. Let's see what the Forest Realm has for us on our journey. Speak with Puck.
We made it. With the byways left behind, your beginnings have ended. I bid you welcome to the Feywilds in earnest. This realm has long been forgotten by the Fey, left in limbo, not unlike you. How fitting. And thus, here is yours to put down roots. But beware. In short time, darkness will descend, and with it, Stygian perils. Laying foundations will keep you intrepid, child of Earth. While you play carpenter, there are nooks in these surrounding wilds I must scrub for the knowledge I pledged.
So this looks like the perfect place to stop the video. This looks like where the adventure is really going to begin. The first 3 parts clearly felt like playing through a tutorial, and it was a tutorial. There's good things about playing through tutorials, because if you would have dropped me off into the Feywilds, I would have been absolutely lost. The controls were something that took some getting used to for me at the beginning of the game, but as the game progressed, I was enjoying it more and more and more, and I think once I can jump into the actual adventure right here, I'm going to get a real taste for this game. So far, it certainly has my interest. It's certainly something I want to continue to play and get a lot more of a feel for. Having other parties and other players is appealing, and building up your estate is certainly something I'm looking forward to. I'm hoping the game flows smoothly. It looks like it's going to be a decent game so far. I'm not going to say out of this world hit at the moment, especially with the early access development still going on, but certainly a fun experience in an open world survival game from my initial impression. I'm going to continue on with more videos of this because that's really the only way to tell is by playing through a game. But initial impression, if I had to give this game a rating, I would give it between a 7 and 8 out of 10 at the moment. Maybe leaning towards a 7, 7.5. It has some things it can improve on, but certainly has a lot of potential going forward. And it could be a very good game. Time will tell. More gameplay will tell. Everybody, I appreciate you checking out this tutorial. If you've played Nightingale, leave your thoughts on what you think of the game. If you haven't played Nightingale, tell me what you're thinking about this game so far. I'm looking forward to seeing more of it. in the next video, which I may just roll with right now at the moment. Everybody, I appreciate you watching this. Have a good day or night wherever you are. I will see you in the next one. Later.